Oz wanted to listen to see if Minerva died horribly, but he may return later.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
see.
Cool. All right. So making your way through the streets to the keep is pretty easy. You don't need to really make any rolls. There are lights on, but it's pretty easy to avoid them. The only time that it's going to be a bit of an issue is crossing the bridge because there's nowhere really to hide. There are shadows, etc. But it all depends if you want to hide en route to the keep or only once you get to the keep.
Um, Anytime I pass someone by, I'll try to be a little bit quiet, but I'm not hiding because I'm invisible. I'm just hoping that nobody
Correct,
has
you are
the
invisible.
ability to see me.
All right.
So if there's anybody if Vildris is walking past with see invisible on or something like that, I'm just walking.
Yeah, look, no one seems to pay attention to you, most likely because they don't even realize you're there. The river is moving reasonably quickly, enough that there's enough noise, background noise, to hide your footsteps. You're not wearing armor, you're not wearing anything that jingles very much. Your uh, broadsword and mangosh is pretty quiet. They're not going to, you know, it's not like they're on metal straps, so they're against cloth, so you can easily cross the bridge. There is a keeper of the bridge at each end, easy to avoid, and they don't even seem to be aware that anyone has passed, let alone an invisible person. So you can get to the keep reasonably well. The keep's gates are up. There are a number of guards around, just on the outside in full dress uniform, which is unusual, but it's possible that they were intending to go to the party or be on call for the party. And you see within the Barbican behind the gate, there's a number of the guard who are in their regular uniform, not practicing, but there are probably more than you would otherwise expect at this time. They do have their patrol that moves around the city, but they tend to be out and about, so it's maybe a bit unusual at this point in time. So we'll just say that at this point you're probably here when you see that.
Hmm. Okay, so there's more guards than I've recently seen going around.
Well,
Like,
yeah, you see guards in the street, you see them manning the wall, but to be um, in uniform at this point in time, unusual, I guess, in this location, and they tend to just be loitering inside. They're not doing drills, they're not doing maneuvers, um, they're not at attention.
well, my plan was to come in through the back gate, but I think it might actually be safer just to go through the gate because it's up and a door opening by itself.
You could easily still go to
Bit
the
more
back gate. The reason I
suspect.
put you there is because this is on a hill. If I go and it's quite a large hill at that. If I go find the images of the city of Doors, where is
Oh, did it take me
the
like
city
an
of
hour to get
bridges?
to the back of the castle or something?
No, but you can see how the keep is really high up.
Oh. Oh, okay. And it doesn't have as... Okay. Oh, no, there are still trees on the side of it, so there's probably a way around. Okay. Um, I am more tempted just to go through the gate then, because I've never been through the gate while I'm visible before. Um, I will approach the gate,
Okay.
and then stealthily, and as I get nearer, so sort of just on this side, before I pass through the gateway, I'm just going to have a good look to see if there's any runic inscriptions on the gatehouses or anything like that. I'm just looking for arcane runes
There appear
or
to be none.
okay, good, good. I like that. And then I'm just gonna follow exactly where the wagons go in and out, like the most well-traveled
Sure.
area in between
Yep.
is my plan. I'm just gonna stealthily walk, but like not trying to hide in any way. In case somebody can see invisible, I want to like sort of act like I'm just like walking in. "Huh, I don't know I'm invisible," but
Okay,
just be randomly stealthy.
no problems. You can do that. So the inner gate, there is, it's up reasonably high. The outer gate is all the way up. Um, People are milling around again. They're more in the Barbican. They're not really around the gates, except for the few guys, the ones that were in dress uniform at the front. And you breeze past them without them even knowing anything about your presence. So you can easily pass through both gates and into the keep itself or the keep grounds themselves.
Right. I didn't bring any climbing gear, so I think I'm gonna have to go through a door somewhere. On the main keep itself, on 40.
Hmm.
That's what I want to approach up to.
Yep.
Uh, Looking at it from where I am, is there any opening?
There's
That's
a
like
couple.
actually opened, I mean, like not
There
like a
are,
closed
yeah,
door.
there are a couple doors of which there are a number that are open. There's, there's a small door off to the side which is more for um, not really servants, but manual labor, etc., or the uh, people who are doing work in here. But then the large keep doors are open as well, and there are guards on them, but they aren't barring the way. They're standing either side of them.
Oh, okay. I think I'll try the servants' entrance in the hopes that they have uh, like a waiter's lift or something like that that can allow me to get up as a point of ingress. So that's what I'll go towards.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll move towards that. There might be more people there, so I may just like watch it for a bit and see if there's like people coming and going. And if there are, I'll try to follow a person in so that nobody bumps into me going the other
There
way.
doesn't seem to be a lot of traffic. Occasionally someone moves in or out, but you think you could easily time your run so that nobody is going to interfere with you.
Well, also if there are people coming out, that's my
That's the concern.
that's no, that was just my making sure there's no traps or anything.
Yep.
But if there are people, just regular people walking in and out, then yeah, I just sort of watch, see if they're placing their feet in any funny ways, and otherwise I just meander in.
They do not appear to be placing their feet in any funny ways or touching anything or interacting with anything. They are just moving through as you would expect people to do, regular people doing regular things.
Good. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. What does this lead into?
Okay, so it leads into a small area which has got a few doors moving off it. There's a guy sitting at a table. He seems to be looking through a ledger. He stops as you move into the room, looks up in your general direction, sniffs a bit, then goes back to doing what he was doing. Um,
Mhm. I did put on perfume for the party. Well, not much I can do about that now, I don't think. Um, I'll just move as widely around him as I can. Maybe even take an exit out of this room. What
so
is there like
there's a couple doors in here, and you think one might go through to a kitchen area. There might be something else that goes through to a larder or storeroom or something like that. There's also a stairwell that you can see off to the side that's going up and going down. Um, and as you're standing there looking, uh, indeed, a door opens and you can smell cooking and stuff from behind it, and you can hear a bit of clamour. You can see someone moving around that might be a cook.
hmm, interesting. Um, hmm, Kitchen's dangerous, but big rewards in kitchen. Uh, I will. don't know how that works. Never mind.
I don't know how it
So
works.
I was about to use my familiar, but I think he'd have to be invisible as well. So let's not do that. I was going to send him to check it out, but only I am invisible, so I will do it myself. I will sneak into the kitchen. I'm mainly just trying to avoid running into people. Is like my number one priority. Um, yeah, like not bumping stuff and making noises is important, but I'm really just trying to make sure that I don't run into someone because I think random noises in the kitchen are pretty fine, you know.
They
Not
are, and
not as
it seems
bad.
to be. So as you go through that door, which has been left open a little bit, yes, there are some noises, fairly normal kitchen noises, bit of clanging, people talking in raised voices. There's three people working in there cooking, and you can see that there is a scullery maid as well who is um, not being at all quiet in what she's doing. Roll a d6 for me, please.
Hmm?
Cool. You can easily avoid the people as they're bustling around the kitchen.
Okay, in the kitchen, what I'm looking for is if there's like a serving cart or if there's like how they have like the servants lift that they can like put meals onto.
hmm So this looks like it's probably a
Got those.
kitchen for the garrison. There
Ah,
are large stews and breads
okay,
breads that are baking and that kind of
got
stuff. Yeah,
okay.
quantity over quality. So there is definitely a cart nearby, um, but it's a big, heavy cart that would probably get big pots and loaves placed upon it.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting.
It's definitely not the fine dining kitchen.
Yeah. What happens if I change clothes while invisible?
Um,
That I assume that doesn't break invisibility.
it won't. No,
Okay, cool. Um, I'm gonna look if there's like I don't know, a change room here or something, like in case somebody gets like incredibly messy from the kitchen.
there's not really a change room. They're not that particular, but there is definitely a pantry. The chefs was probably more than one pantry. The chefs do occasionally, and I'll use the term chefs loosely. They're more cooks. Occasionally go into one of the pantries, but it's generally pretty obvious that they're coming.
Yeah, okay. No, I think this is a dead end then. That's not gonna help me. I'm going to return to the stairwell because I believe we want to go upstairs. Is probably we've never met with the captain or anything like that. Um, but I will use my etiquette to well, I mean, I have elven etiquette, which may not directly translate, but I'm going to assume that higher ranking officers are higher up. So um,
Hmm, probably a good bet.
I'll I'll take some stairs.
Okay, so the stairs are narrow, but easily traversable. They are not particularly well lit, and they do head up. They you're really off to the side here at the moment. So they start to lead up. There are a couple exits. The keep is a couple stories high. You get maybe an an opening into um, a an area where the garrison themselves would probably bunk. There, you know that there's another area up above that which may have uh, quarters for the higher ranking ones, and you can also potentially go up further and go up to the parapets.
No, I want to go up to. If the barracks are on this level, there might actually be an office here, which
You
could
have
be.
been to the keep before a number of times.
Yeah,
In particular, back when um, Caleb
gamblers.
Gamlin was the sergeant, or one of the sergeants, the one that you dealt with a lot. And yes, there are officers, or at least the lower ranking officers, do bunk or have um, areas where they are with the garrison proper.
Okay, yeah. I'll look for where we met with Gamlin previously, if that was like an office that we ever spoke to him in.
Yes, you
Um,
spoke to him in offices a couple times. He also spoke to you outside and also once in the dungeons.
okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to look for that. I'll just have Anki let me know if they hear or smell something weird since they have enhanced senses.
Yep. So on this level, there are definitely a lot uh, of the garrison members. Many of them are asleep or in the process of about to go to sleep. You can easily navigate your way through there, especially with Enki helping you out. But you are, you know, amidst their numbers, so to speak. The officers that you have for the officers tend to be on the periphery, and you would have, by luck, come out close to one of them.
Excellent. Is any of the equipment for the garrison changed, or are they pretty much the same as they were um, back with old Castellane or back with Gamlin?
No, it's the
Like,
same.
yeah, okay,
They
cool.
tend to wear hauberk, a male hauberk. They will carry either a spear or a halberd, and they will have an arming sword at their side, generally a small round shield, helm, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
cool.
They do
Okay,
also tend to have crossbows. Yep.
okay, cool. Okay, I was just making sure that they hadn't like got in a bunch of elite knights or anything like that. Yeah, so
No,
still
but
looking
the guards that
like
they
the
had, or
same.
the garrison they had that were in full dress uniform, that dress uniform tended to um, be nicer looking male hauberk. Some of them tended to have what you would consider breast and fold. They had just nicer tabards as well,
Okay.
but for the most
Um,
part, their gear was still the same.
okay, good, good, good. Um, yep, that sounds fine to me. Then yeah, I'll make my way to one of these offices, and again, uh, I want to check like all around the door, um, just for any kind of uh enchantment, like because that's probably where I'd put something like that. So I'm just looking for like a sort of dispel or anything like that.
Make a
Otherwise, I'm
find,
going to assume they don't
make a
trap a
make a
door.
find and remove traps check, and
Oh,
you can have two penalties on that, so -20 on the roll.
all right. At the moment, I'm at 80, so it'll be 60 because I'm not wearing any armor. Ha! The advantages of no armor.
Indeed.
Yeah. I failed. 71.
You're pretty certain. So the reason you had the two penalties is because the light isn't particularly bright in here. Again, you've got Garrison attempting to go to sleep or in the middle of sleep. Lights have been muted. The shadows that you have are fairly long, flickering, etc. You give it a good once over, maybe even a twice or thrice over. You find no indication that there is any trap, mundane or magical, upon the door.
Perfect. Um, I'll just have a quick look to see if it's locked. And if it isn't,
It is.
oh, it is. Damn. I'm gonna listen at the door. I'll have Enki listen at the door, because he's just better at it than I am.
Roll a d6
Uh,
for Enki, and you can also roll your percentile dice for yourself.
there's Enki, and then
And you can have a
I'm
bonus to
going
this, so
to
+10 on the roll. So
okay, so
+10 to the skill, I
40.
should say. Yep.
What did I get? Oh, I definitely failed. I failed by 23. So I'm listening to the door. I hear nothing.
And Enki also hears nothing.
Here's nothing. Okay, cool. Then I think it's
But
empty.
but
Ooh.
Enki does have a little bit of a nervous twitch. Doesn't hear anything, but senses something on the other side. There's maybe smells
Hmm.
something.
Oh, he does have a good sense of smell. Um. Oh, I know what I can do. I give a little. Is there like a corner that I could get around that's here? Like somewhere I could move to after, like just somewhere I could move that I'd be out of line of sight on this corridor?
Even though you're invisible, you'll want to put
Yeah.
Enki down or something, do you?
Sorry?
You want to put Enki down or something, do you?
No, no, my plan is to knock on the door
Oh, okay.
and just like move away. And so
Sure.
see if somebody comes out and
Sure.
is like,
You can easily just
annoying
get
kids.
you can easily get yourself slightly obfuscated.
Yeah, perfect. Then I'll just like give a soft knock at the door
Hmm?
and move back a bit and listen.
How long do you wish to wait for?
I'll give it a good 2 minutes.
Nothing happens.
Okay. If somebody can't get to the door or like say anything after you knock on it for 2 minutes, I feel like they're not trying.
Hmm.
I'll walk back to the door, give it another knock, move back, give it another 2 minutes. And if nothing happens after that, I'm going to try and pick that lock.
Sure.
All right. I will try to pick the lock. I am not particularly good at picking locks, so this might be a fail.
So you'll have two penalties because of the light.
Because of the light.
There's a
Interesting.
lack of light, so it makes it harder to see what
Uh,
you're doing.
I might need a light here. Did I see some lights in the barracks or anything? Are there torch practice here?
There are, but again, they tend to be where you are at the moment. Most of them are muted or off, or they've been snuffed. So you would need to light it. So you're basically
Cool.
casting shadow upon yourself because the lights are off in the distance already. You're going to be in the shadow, and you're between. When you're having to try and get down over the lock, you're going to be casting further shadow upon it.
Okay. Yeah.
If that makes
Well, I don't
sense.
think I can do anything about that because I can't exactly hang an extra lantern like right next to the door. If I can turn one up and it'll put more light on the door, I'll do that. But I won't move a light source to be closer to the door. Um, so yeah, I
Okay,
guess I
so I'll tell you what. You can turn one up. It'll drop it from 2 to 1 penalty. However, turning it up is going to be a little bit obvious in that something is happening. So make a hide and shadows roll for me, please.
sure.
Even though you are invisible, let's just see how well you can do this. Or you can choose to do, okay, you can do hide and shadows or you can do pickpockets, your choice.
Oh, I definitely do pickpockets.
Okay.
I'm not trained in hidden shadows. I mean, I am, but I'm like the basic thief.
Yep, so you're
Uh,
just going to use your deftness of hand to try and do it probably very
Angle.
slowly
Yeah,
so that it's
maybe
not an
even like.
obvious.
All right. Pickpockets. Do I have a penalty?
No,
All right. It's going to be a reasonable success.
cool,
62. Success.
cool. So this was mainly to see about your control to turn it up slowly so that it wasn't an obviously fast increase so that, the
Yeah.
slow increase in illumination is not easily seen. All right, you have done that, so you can now attempt to open the lock with only a single penalty.
Excellent. I will give it a go. Otherwise, we'll just move on. 38. That is actually a success.
Cool. The,
Just
you
because I'm not wearing armor.
you hear a click. The door is now unlocked.
After that click, I just listen quickly at the door again.
Okay.
Is he okay?
Make a roll for yourself, and you can also
Oh,
roll a d6 for Anki.
okay. Enki. And then for me, Uh, 39. You don't get +5 for not wearing armor to hear noises.
Nope.
So I have a 35, so I just fail.
Okay. You almost think you might have heard something. Enki definitely hears something.
Oh, shit. Um,
Enki
hmm,
twitches. There is a noise beyond.
interesting. Wonder if he keeps like a bird or something. I'll give another soft knock at the door and move away from it.
Okay. Again, 2 minutes pass, give or take. No one comes to the door.
Okay, I feel like he's got something in there that's like, God, yeah, like a pet or something maybe. Um, I'm gonna feel stupid if I don't open the door. Although, what am I talking about? I've got a bad feeling about this room. I'll just go look for an. There's got to be more than one officer's quarters.
Yep,
I
there are.
don't want to go to Angeles. I want to go to any other one. So I'll go
Sure.
look for another officer's quarters.
Yep, you can find one. Absolutely.
We'll go back to this one if everything else fails.
Sure.
But yeah, so we'll sneak to the next one and do the same thing, but as in listen at the door and see if we hear anything.
Okay. You can both
Check
make your
for
rolls, d6 and percentile dice.
Inky gets a 4, and I fail massively. Why am I listening at this wall?
Mhm.
And uh, okay, good. Um, well, I think even whether I hear anything or not, I think my move last time was pretty wise. I'll just look to see if it's locked first.
Okay.
Um,
It is locked.
okay, interesting. Who locks themselves in their office? I don't feel like anybody does that, but they might.
These officers
Maybe they
are on
sleep.
the same level as the rest of the
The
troops.
garrison. Yeah, true. Hmm.
So you think it
Okay.
might be something that they do for privacy, for whatever reasons. It is an office as well as a quarters.
Yeah. Uh, locked. Could find a key somewhere. Probably up in where they're actually sleeping. Um. All right. Uh, I'm gonna knock at the door and move away from it again. See if anything happens.
Okay. After about 10, 20 seconds,
Mhm.
you'll the door will open and a short, heavy man will stick his head out and start looking around. He seems to be in a state of moderate undress. He's got shirt open, um, got a bit of a beer gut hanging out, scratches his cheek a bit, unshaven, mutters under his breath, and goes back, closes the door.
Uh, Well, that's not good. Um. So there might be somebody sleeping in the other one. Okay. Let's go back to the stairwell and go up a floor. I
Okay,
think. Yeah.
sure,
We're being very careful. We're just scouting out this castle first, okay? We don't need to barge into any rooms. Gonna map out the corridors.
sure. The the next level up, it's As you get up there, you realize that there is actually a guardsman on the door, barring you from entering it.
Oh,
Make a move silently check for me,
interesting.
please.
Yeah, sure. Uh, so 65. It's not great. It's not terrible. Oh, success.
Cool. So
By what?
I was going to give you a bonus anyway. He is not on the lookout for anyone coming up the stairs invisibly, so he is kind of he's not really leaning against the wall, but he's also not really at attention. He's more, I guess, leaning upon the haft of his spear. Um,
Interesting.
just on the
But
landing.
he's very much awake. He's just chilling.
Absolutely. He's like,
Yeah.
why the hell am I doing this? This is boring. How did I get this short straw? He's just on the landing at the doorway, so it's a bit of a flat area for him. Um,
Huh.
but he is between the door and anyone who would wish to enter.
Okay. What I want to do is going up against like the wall that's like opposite him, so sort of as far away as possible. I
Hmm.
want to creep up so that I can like reach out to the door with the hilt of my sword. So like if I'm holding onto the blade, I can reach out and like tap on the door with the hilt of the sword.
Yep,
Yeah. And I'm gonna like knock at the door,
sure.
see if he goes through it. And if he does, and like gives me a big enough gap, I'll try to get through. But otherwise, I'll just watch what he does. See if he's got a key. What's going on here?
Yep.
Let's.
So you're going to kind of sneak up to knock on the door behind him. Is that what you
Yeah,
want to do?
basically. Yeah,
With the
absolutely.
with the hilt of your sword.
With the hilt of the sword, just like dunk dunk.
Okay. There is a bit of a ringing tap from the metal of the pommel,
Hmm.
and he will suddenly come to, and he'll turn around and he'll stare at the door, and then he'll take a slight step back, maybe half a step, look at the door again. Yes, sir? There's nothing. Sir? Still no response.
Does he have a key on him? Like I'm just looking him over now.
Not that you can see, not that's obvious.
Okay, good. That's not like hanging off his belt for some reason,
No,
which would be very strange. And he's in sort of regular kit, right?
he
This
is.
is like a yep. Okay. Hmm.
He shrugs his shoulders, moves to the door. Sir? Hello? Huh. He's not raising his voice, he's talking kind of hushed. Then you'll just mutter, maybe I just heard something. You'll start looking around the stairwell, mutter something under his breath again that's mostly unintelligible, and then go back to his position. But he does seem to be slightly more attentive now.
Mm, okay. He won't open the door. Interesting. That is probably the way to go. Hmm. I don't have any way of disabling him. Unless I want to
Backstab works with
knock
unarmed
him out.
strikes as well.
Yeah, yeah. Unless I want to knock him the fuck out, which I don't want. I have Fireball. That'll take care of him and the door. um,
Probably yourself as well.
yeah, that's right. I didn't ask if I'll be affected. I said I use Fireball. Um, hmm. Yeah, there's no way I'm climbing the side of the tower. Where's my spider climb now? Actually, no spider climb. That would have been really handy. Um, detect magic. That would actually be not bad, especially when we get up here. Does there look to be anything around the door itself, like just standing where I am? sort of having a bit of a look at it.
There is a little bell which you now notice is up high, and it's got what appears to be a cord running through a hole to the other side of the door. There is also a sconce either side of the door, and they do have a torch upon them. Um,
Okay. So it's a bit weird that I knocked and didn't ring the bell. Might have might have been the problem. Although if I ring the bell, I feel like he'll go talk and wake up the person inside, which is not going to help me.
at this point, you are suddenly startled when you hear a voice that sounds very close to you.
Oh,
Just kill him. Short blade between the ribs. No.
oh no. I don't like that. Did my weapon just speak to me? That wasn't the main gaunch, was it?
You don't know. It just was a voice that was very close to you. It seemed to be very close to you.
Uh, oh, that seems like a terrible plan. Um, no, because I wouldn't be able to hide the body anyway. Uh, wait, Minerva's sort of good now. She's teetering. Uh, okay, we'll go back down. I'd be better off stealing a guard's uniform. No, that still wouldn't get me through the door.
What you want is through that door, surely.
It might be. I wonder if I can ring that bell. There wouldn't be any real way to reach all the way up to pull on that cord
No, but
without
you could
getting sort of his space.
probably not. But you might be able to reach up and tap the bell.
Oh, yeah, with the hilt. And that would be pretty much the same sort of sound anyway. Metal on metal. Hmm. Might be able to get something better to do it with. Downstairs. Something with reach. Other than just an arming sword. Oh, sorry, broadsword. I don't even know an arming sword. My sword's going to be. Broadsword's not that long. Hmm. Okay, this looks like a more dangerous room actually than the first room that I was at that I did unlock. I'm going to go back downstairs to the first room that I made it to, so I'm just going to sneak away. Yeah.
Right. Make a move silently roll. The
Mm-hmm.
guard is on a bit more edge.
Yes, I bet he is. 17, but I am a ghost.
You are
Dun, dun, dun.
right.
The
You
stealthiest I've ever been, I think.
you just you descend back downstairs. You could have used backstab. Then it would have been sweet
I
as.
know, it would have been good, right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, it would have been terrible because I would have been murdering an innocent guard. But I didn't do it. The voices in my head ordered me to. The defense that has always worked.
Indeed.
Um, yeah, I head back down. Um, I don't even have any poisons or anything. Damn it. This is why I need like a sleeping poison or something. I have a poison potion, but
That's
I don't have
poison.
that
Poison.
on me. Yeah, it's just poison. It's not gonna like make them go to sleep or something. I need a knockout poison.
Need a blackjack.
Like, oh, I don't even have levitate. Damn it, levitate would have also worked. No. Okay, okay. Yeah, back downstairs. Go sneak back up to that door that I've already unlocked and just have another listen at it.
Okay.
Actually, just look to see if it's locked again.
It is not locked. This is the first door.
Yeah, this is the first door, the one that I have
Yep, it
unlocked
is not
already.
locked. It has remained unlocked. To find
Ooh.
that out, you do have to turn the handle.
Okay.
You do have to put
Um,
pressure upon it.
right. Yeah.
There is
Uh,
no there is no red latch saying engaged.
okay. Yeah. I mean, if I could see an extra bar across the gap or anything like that, but yes, that you can obviously have that concealed. You don't have to have open joints.
Yep,
Uh, I assume the hinges are on the inside of the door.
correct.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can't oil them or anything. I check for that same bell again. I just want to see if there's like a bell
None of the
already.
officers down here seem to have the bell.
Okay, good. Um, yep, I already checked for traps on the store and didn't find any. So I'm not going to do that again. I will. Yeah, I already looked for the arcane symbols. I didn't find any. I'll have another quick look for the arcane symbols because I can't remember if I did actually do that to this
All
door.
right, you can make a find and remove traps check with a penalty. The lights are a bit brighter
Sure.
this time.
22. That's
That
very
is
good.
that is good. You are certain there are no symbols upon this door, arcane or otherwise.
Cool. Then, yeah, very slowly, um, very gently, I'm going to turn the handle and open that door.
Okay. It is dark within, as the door slowly opens, you can hear now that the door is open and the noise is no longer being muffled, a very faint snoring sound. You also smell what seems to be ooze.
Okay. Before I open the door all the way, then, because I just like cracked it, I'm going to sneak back over and very slowly turn the light down again
hmm Make
so that
another
when I
make it
open the door.
make another pickpockets check. You can have a bonus on this.
Okay, well, then it's going to be good. Let's go. Blah, blah, blah. 71. It's pretty
Sure.
good.
It diminishes. You can turn it down
Excellent.
even further if you want.
I will. I'll put it to like a little bit softer than it was previously. Not so much that it's like it's gone out,
Mhm.
but just so only the little bit of light is going to come into the room. I don't
Sure.
want yeah, I want very lighty light coming in. And then yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak in that room. Yeah, I probably won't be able to spot anything, but um as long as I can find like the desk and stuff like that, that's really all I need. Um yeah.
Sure. You can easily go back into that room. No problems at all. It will take you a little bit of time for your eyes to adjust, even with a little bit of light. Are you closing the door behind you or leaving it open or?
Oh, is there any light in the room? There
Nope,
isn't, I assume.
there is none.
Then I need to leave the door open, I think. At least a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
I
Then
haven't
you
seen.
see at the desk, slumped over, a shape. It seems to be where the faint, gentle snoring is emanating from.
Oh, he's at the desk. Well, that sucks. Um, yeah, I'll move over and look over his shoulder. I just want to see if he's been writing anything or
Okay,
anything like that.
hard to tell even with the little bit of light that's coming through,
Mm.
because you do not have any dark or shadow sight.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he has been drinking. You can smell alcohol. There is what appears to be a flask, maybe, um, on the table and a glass as well. You can smell it coming from him and there does appear to be some leather-bound um, book, which is closed. Might be a ledger. You're not sure. Underneath him, he seems to be kind of sprawled out a little bit on top of it.
Is there a candle in here or something?
There is. You think there is definitely a candle. After a bit of time and your eyes are adjusting, yep,
I think I will uh take the candle, go back to the door and close it,
sure.
and then take a few steps back towards where he was and light the candle. just keep it cupped so that like the light's mostly not going on him.
Yep. Okay. Absolutely. Do you have a anything to light the candle with?
Oh, I don't. Did it not have a lighter or anything?
It doesn't seem to have any on it, no?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't carry anything to. I mean, I do normally, but I don't. I didn't take something to light a candle to the party with me. Fireball. That's what I have. That can light a candle. Um.
Absolutely it can.
Okay. How the fuck did he light this candle? Oh, I can light it in the corridor from
He might have
turning.
something on his person, there are drawers, etc. Or
Yeah,
it might be underneath him. It's hard to tell.
that seems way riskier than just lighting it in the corridor, coming
At this
back in.
point,
Hmm.
there is a strike of a match, and you see illuminated in the light,
Oh,
standing just next to you.
oh shit. I uh I nod and see if her eyes track me.
They are definitely looking at you.
Damn it.
She leans over and lights the match. It would have been easier if you had killed the guard upstairs.
Uh, so, what brings you to a place like this?
What brings you, Minerva, to a place like this?
I'm just looking for information. Are you um are you helping the witch out at the moment?
I help out when I need to help out. She looks over at the guard slumped against the table.
It just seemed
Libby's.
like maybe you could be on the outs. Last time she sort of offered to give your sword away, and I assume you didn't like that. But
No, I did not. But there are there are considerations. Now, what are you going to do about this one? She smiles.
I think he's pretty drunk, so I'm just gonna sort of softly move him around and get to that book.
Potentially dead drunk.
Yeah, she's funny. I'll give her that. Uh, I will
She's only
smile
about
wide
five
at
foot.
that.
She's only about 5 foot tall.
Okay,
She has a very elfin-like physique.
so she is a good bit shorter than me, since I am freakishly tall at 5'9".
But she is
Uh,
wearing very gothic-looking full plate armor, and it makes zero sound.
that is some nice armor.
She has her large sword across her back. She reaches out with one hand and caresses the guard's cheek. You've easily had an accident in here. And then she reaches out with the other one, snaps his neck,
Oh,
and pushes him to the floor. He fell.
I guess after you broke his neck. Um, boy, so did you want something from me, or did you want something from this guy, or are you just supposed to be helping me?
I have reasons. There are considerations.
Uh huh. Okay. Hmm.
Time is running out, Minerva.
This is feeling more like a trap now. I'm gonna search the desk now. Now I've got a candle. I just put it on the desk, and I start searching, like full on search mode. Flip open the ledger, see if I can read it. I'll check for traps on the drawers. And then
She sits down in the chair and kind of pushes back a little bit on it and watches you. So there appear to be no traps that you can see.
yep,
Um,
it's fine.
the ledger, there is also a inkwell and a quill with a
Hmm.
few spare nibs. There is in one of the drawers, there is you know, some other bits and pieces. You find a box of matches. There are a set of keys. There's some other loose papers. There is a small dagger in a sheath. Um, Leaning up against the side of the desk, which you didn't see before, is an arming sword in a scabbard. The scabbard looks reasonably good nick, black, polished. The hilt of the scabbard of the arming sword appears to be pretty good as well. And hanging on a wall is a male shirt.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just looking for papers, I think. So I'll definitely take the ledger. Uh, and yeah, any other papers that are in the drawers, I will open the drawers. Uh, after I've taken the ledger.
Yep, you can take all of
Mhm.
that.
Good.
So, what would bring someone to break into the keep? Murder a poor innocent guard. Officer nonetheless, and steal his papers. You have fallen, Minerva.
I mean, I didn't kill him. Unless you're a figment of my imagination, I did kill him. That'd be terrible. Minerva reaches, you know, into the gap in her dress and pulls out her crystal rod and just checks like how broken it is. Like, is it more broken than it has been recently, or is it
It looks
looking
pretty standard.
looks pretty standard? Okay, put it back. Okay, probably not my mind failing me.
Oh, I am
You're
here.
probably here.
I
Okay.
am here.
Then
So
I think
you
it's fair to say you killed the guard.
are, but I won't be here when they find the body. Might be.
Uh-huh. I'm just gonna keep a watch on her now, because now I'm worried she's gonna kill me to cover up her murder. Um,
She
and I'm going
smiles.
to back towards the door.
Tell me what it is you're after, Minerva. We can
I'm looking
talk.
for I'm looking for evidence of what the guards are planning to do. They're sort of amassing in the city.
Yes, because there's a war on. She kind of whispers back.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that they don't have any nefarious plans to take over the city or anything.
All you mortals have nefarious plans.
Do we? I'm not sure Kruber has a nefarious plan.
I'm sure there is one somewhere within.
Hmm, maybe. Not very nefarious if there is. It's
Don't
pretty
trust the
basic.
guard. Based upon the information that miner told you.
Yes, that's right. Oh, I don't trust him either, but that's why I came to confirm.
If there is a conspiracy within here, Minerva, it's
Hmm.
not the low end guards that will be involved.
Yeah, well,
Higher, higher you must tread.
yeah, it's really hard to get upstairs though, isn't it? Looking up at the ceiling, what's it made out of?
Stone.
Okay.
I can
What?
help you get what you want, Minerva.
Be cutting our way up. Uh-huh. Well, well, I personally want power, so
Oh, I can get you
uh,
power.
I bet you can. I mean, it's actually an amazingly tempting offer because where did you find that armor somewhere, or did somebody make it for you?
I have always had this armor.
Ah, okay. An heirloom. Interesting. I've always had Enki.
Someone's messaging us in Discord, are they?
Sorry?
Nope. I'm just getting lots of beeps.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm getting lots of beeps. Interesting. Um, yes, he is a cute little thing. Now, I can get you what you want. Find the information that you want. I
Yeah,
can
but I
get
don't
you
want anybody
your
else to
power.
die. Get me my power.
You're
And
all mortals. You all die eventually.
ooh, would you have any idea how to transfer a curse?
Transfer a curse.
Yes, like put one curse from what like a really it's sort of poetic, like somebody cursed somebody and you could like return the curse back to them, like that kind of poetry. Or, just transfer a curse from somebody you like to someone you dislike.
What curse do you wish to transfer?
An incredibly powerful one.
From
A
whom to whom?
horrible curse. No, I don't want you to transfer this curse. I want to transfer the curse.
The knowledge that you seek does require you to answer the questions. What
Hmm,
curse, from whom, to whom?
interesting. So you think you know the answer?
Potentially. I know many
Hmm.
things. I have been upon this realm for many lifetimes.
Hmm. Have you now?
Your time is growing short, Minerva. The one you
I'm
seek
just
will be
deciding
moving
if she's a
soon.
fraction of Golgara. Golgar. Uh, okay. I want to transfer the curse from my the immortal
Oh,
to me.
really wish that?
Well, wouldn't that change me into an immortal?
Do you know what she lives with?
No. Is that not a good way to become an immortal?
She has been cursed by the eight. She
Hmm.
sought she sought them out too often. They turned their gaze upon her and eventually made her what she is now.
Ooh. Okay. Well, maybe that's not good. Although maybe I could put that curse onto somebody else that I also dislike. That could work.
Since that curse is from the gods, from the eight, no mortal,
Probably shouldn't mess with it.
no mortal can move it. No mortal can interfere with it. Not even I or my kind can interfere with it.
Fair enough.
Only the eight and their offspring can do so.
Offspring. Hmm.
Why would you seek to benefit Mai, though? She is a horrible individual. Or is it purely for your own gain?
I've been asked to put her to rest as like a good deed, but I was just thinking of my own gain in this situation. I feel like she doesn't like being immortal, and I would rather like it. It seems that she can't die. I would like not to die.
Oh, I
But
can arrange that.
you can arrange for me not to die.
I can arrange for you to be very hard to slay.
Interesting. Steel's getting better all the time.
She
I'm making
smiles.
friends with all the bad people.
She
Excellent.
smiles. It's a kind of a wry smile. She then puts her feet up on the desk.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm don't think that we should stick around here at the scene of this crime.
No one will come in here yet.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
One of the fragments has been found.
Yes.
There is another fragment nearby. Yaya still searches for it. It calls to her because she has the first fragment.
Somewhere in town?
All of the fragments are within the valley.
All of the fragments are in the valley. Interesting. Do you know what the fragment that's nearby is?
Yes, and I know roughly where it is, but I cannot obtain it.
And you'd prefer us to obtain it rather than Yastel?
I would prefer it not to be them all to be in the hands of one.
Uh-huh.
The more fragments that one person obtains, the more power they obtain exponentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
Fair enough.
I would like for that second fragment not to be found and held by your group. I would like it to be found and held by you.
I think I would like that as well. I think that's
Marvelous.
a excellent plan.
I do too. I do too.
I mean, if this is going to lead me to immortality, I don't really care about what happens to the people in this town. I don't really need to worry about that inner politicking and bickering. And nobody else seemed to be interested in it, so maybe I just blow off this little quest and we do this job together. What do you think? I'll have to gather my gear though.
I agree. Everybody dies, and all those people in this town with their political machinations, with their posturing and their backstabbing, it will all be for naught because eventually they will turn to dust. So why try? But yes, if you help us, can definitely lead to longevity and perhaps even immortality, and all the power that you could want.
Uh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You had me at lots of power and not dying. So um let's do that. Um let's not just like kill everybody who's in our way, okay? Like if we can just sneak past them, that's better, okay? We don't want to make any enemies. Enemies are bad for longevity.
To a point, but if they are left alive, at least some of them,
Oh, if they are an enemy, yes, we ruthlessly crush them. In that we are
absolutely.
in agreement. Yes,
Once
for
you
sure.
once you seek and obtain this fragment, everyone, all the mortals at least, and some immortals, will be your enemies.
Ooh, they will?
You will be obtaining power. How do you feel about Yestel at the moment?
Well, mainly just because she betrayed us. It's not. But I don't really hate her.
But you doing this would be, in the eyes of others, betraying them.
Ooh, it would be. Only if they find out about it, though.
Better to put people down before they become your enemy.
Hmm. No, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can. I definitely can't kill Hypatia.
Oh, I'm not talking about killing your friends,
Okay, good.
because you can use your relationship with them to your advantage. It doesn't necessarily have to end with their death, but people, she motions to the dead guard on the ground whose neck she snapped, such as this, faceless, nameless, potential enemies. It doesn't have to be wanton slaughter, but it should be direct, and it should be concerted violence where it's necessary.
Hmm. Well, Minerva's going to pun to the chosen and say, "You certainly know me, uh, and you certainly know what I want. You seem to know a lot of things." Uh, and yeah, I'm gonna sneak out of the keep. I abandon this mission completely. I'm gonna take the stuff with me that I've already gathered, um, and just have a look over it later to see if there's any like orders in there that the guy was following or anything like that. But otherwise, if there aren't any, then I just get rid of that stuff.
Draw your
Uh,
blade before you leave.
Sorry, draw my blade.
Yes,
I do it.
she will draw her large, heavy-looking but elegant longsword.
You
It's
wish to cross swords?
I will trade you
What? Really?
as part of this going forward. Yes, this will be freely given and not demanded.
My weapons are a match set. Do
Yes,
you need both of them then?
I should probably take them both. This is a
Oh,
two-handed weapon.
okay.
It is
Yeah, I mean, I prefer an elven sword because yes,
it
that's
is
what
a
I'm more trained with.
it is a powerful blade, and I will give it freely as part of our accord and in honor of us working together henceforth.
Seems like such a bad idea. Picking up this blade. I take the blade.
She will fold it over and hand it to you hilt first.
Cool. I will do the same and offer her
The blade is
beautiful
cold and
belt.
heavy.
Perfect. Look, I didn't build these muscles not to be carrying some good cold black, I don't know, divine metal.
You feel a ripple run through your body as you grasp it as well. And
Uh-huh.
she will take the broadsword and main gauche from you. She will clasp them to her belt, and as she does so, they turn black.
Oh, that's awesome. They
Should
look
leave now.
so much cooler now. Yes, indeed. Uh,
You do not wish to be here when the guards arrive, which will be shortly. I can hear them.
mm, Indeed. Yeah, I will try to sneak out now. Just exactly back the way it came. I'll shut this door behind me
Yep,
and lock it.
yep.
I will try to lock it.
She's still in the room. She will just
Oh,
say, she's just sitting there. I will talk to you again soon, Minerva.
are you okay if I lock you in here? I'm just gonna.
You will just disappear
Okay,
into
cool.
the shadows.
No problem. I need an ability like that.
And
Ah,
she snuffs the candle out as she goes.
oh shit! I forgot to do that. That could have been a terrible fire. Um, lock the door. I'm gonna turn the light back up a little bit,
Hmm.
just to back where it was, trying to leave no trace of myself. Um, yeah, and then I sneak off. I was wearing gloves the whole time. Not that they have fingerprinting or anything like that.
Hmm.
If only there was a way I could get rid of my magical stuff, but I can't, so I sneak off.
Cool. All
Uh,
right.
yeah.
And you can leave the keep. You notice as you descend the stairs, the guy who was downstairs at the desk, he is
Mm.
not there, but you do see feet sticking out from underneath it.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. Awesome. Nope. I'm just out of here. I'm just like, goodbye. Yeah.
All right.
Look, I'm sorry. I got to deal with the chosen at the moment. I'm not hen or anything. Um, when I get back to I will not rejoin the party, obviously, because I have a mission with the Chosen now.
Hmm.
So I'll leave them a note, um, saying, uh, I'm following that investigation, that lead that we've been given, and I'll leave them the papers and the book if they want to look them over. Actually, no, I won't do that because then they'll think I did do the murders. Never mind. I'll check the books myself and throw them away if necessary. Um, what I want to do is when I have time to look at this blade and stuff, uh, I want to see if it has any markings on it or if it makes me think anything that's not normal for myself. Like, do I know anything extra? Because the thing is, like, the Chosen has the same symbol on her head as Gorga, the one who knows, has on her staff a little bit. They're similar.
Hmm.
Um, and she seems to know stuff, and she works with the witch, who I believe is uh the
Crone.
crone. So I'm wondering if they're like both fragments or children of that member of the eight. I just want to see if I'm trying to link her to the one that knows, basically. Um, if
Cool.
there's any writing on it or anything like that, I'll take that down and I will give it to the scriveners to like investigate. And in fact, I may even ask the scriveners to investigate the Chosen and any links to the one that knows. Um, yeah, if they can confirm that for me. Otherwise, I pack all my gear and I leave because I've got a mission to find this shard. We gotta get that power. Um, yeah. Damn. She like flipped me so hard. I yeah, Minerva's like just
That's the blade.
that was a big backslide.
You see the blade?
Also, also Minerva's wanted that blade since like I don't know, session 23 or something like that. I can't remember when it was.
Yep.
But whenever
Just
we were offered that blade, I was like, why didn't we take it?
you see it?
Yes.
It seems to
Yes,
be
I see.
made of actual. It actually seems to be made of stone.
That's just even more awesome. Like, yes.
But it is very heavy, as you can see, encumbrance rating 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ditch some stuff, I think. But that's okay. I mean I've got I assume a weapon belt will reduce that by 1.
Correct.
So it'll be 2. Da, 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 da.
But we can leave it there, and you can even write your note for the party if you want, and we can
Oh
deliver it
yeah,
to
I
them.
will. Yes, absolutely. Well, I was seeing if Minerva would. As a side note, I have like a whole bunch of magical items from the Lich that
Hmm.
like I never gave to the party. I've still got 2 potions, um, the
I'll stop the
2
recording
cool
now.
Lich Knight